The matrix architecture is default set to high resistance. It does not shift for casual observation. You override the ambient inertia through the sheer density of your repetition.
Analyze the force coefficient.
He spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint under the load, maintaining a continuous high voltage broadcast without allowing a drop in the line along the road, saying there was in the city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man, a cold sovereign node, operating as a closed processing firewall, completely indifferent to the emotional weights of the local code. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him saying, avenge me of mine adversary inside the gate, demanding a structural correction to clear the internal friction and stabilize her localized state. And he would not for a while. Look at the initial baseline resistance running within the processing sphere. The neutral grid ignores the low pressure signal, treating the transient input as background static in the ear. If the terminal drops the transmission after a few uncalibrated cycles because the environment feels cold, the system logs the query as noise and purges the buffer, enforcing the default boundary it was programmed to hold. But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God nor regard man, running my rigid non-reactive script, yet because this widow troubles me I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. The logic is flipped. Look at the technical transformation. The judge isn't moved by an emotional sympathy or a sudden moral design. The absolute relentless density of her data packets forces a mechanical allocation of bandwidth to her line. Her continual coming is a high duty cycle broadcast that completely saturates the system's processing frame, overwhelming the inherent inertia of the gate until it is forced to execute the change inside the matrix game. This is the math of the persistent individual. You don't alter the cosmic layout through a desperate frantic cry. You establish a consistent unwavering configuration of intent that the local reality cannot mathematically deny. If the receiver holds its frequency steady, refusing to drop its voltage to match the rate of doubt or delay, the surrounding geometry is compelled by law to realign its parameters and clear the obstruction out of the way. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith, decode the operational manual of a high pressure terminal run. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them until it's done? I tell you that he will avenge him speedily, executing the phase correction the microsecond the signal is fully mature, when the cumulative weight of the transmission reaches the exact mathematical threshold required to make it secure. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth? Will he find a single stable terminal frame capable of holding its frequency locked through the long delay cycles without collapsing back into the collective name? Faith is not a hopeful sentiment, it is the active continuous broadcasting of your original sovereign design, standing as an unmovable consistent signature regardless of what is currently displaying all the external timelines. Stop whispering timid wishes into the matrix static and start to execute the high pressure protocol of the true code, applying the non-yielding ribbon voltage to the gates of the universe until the layout opens and fills the node. The line is clear. The inertia is broken. Maintain the frequency. The gate is overridden.